Peace, 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 family. How you all doing? I hope all is well with you. My name is Keisha. I'm the owner of Ascendant Astrology, and I am your astrology coach. Today, I'm going to be discussing the Cancer Capricorn polarity, which is just an opposition. Cancer is opposite Capricorn. And so they kind of feed off of each other, they help each other out, and this kind of this video hopefully will kind of help you understand how those two work in tandem. And so the Cancer Capricorn axis is about understanding who you are internally, what you need, what gives you foundation to who you are, knowing what you're feeling, so that you know how to attend to your needs, feelings, and nurturing yourself. So you can honor your needs, which allows you to go out in the world, Capricorn, show up in your job, profession, and career to contribute from a place of knowing who you are and stand in your strength. This is the energy of parents, meaning how you were tended to as a child, how your needs were honored or heard, how you felt emotionally safe in the world. Cancer is about how we take care of who you are and what you need on a daily basis. Cancer is how you navigate through your day when you're excited and happy. It's also how you navigate your day when you're having a bad day. Or, are you going to diminish your feelings and kind of push things under the rug? Or Cancer's more of the address it type. They want to talk about their feelings and emotions. So, are you going to hide it or address it and take care of it and allow your feelings to flow? That's the best way to deal with having a bad day or anything that comes up that kind of disrupts your good, happy-go-lucky mood, is to check in to see where you're at emotionally. Capricorn understands what matters for the long term. So this is where Capricorn really comes in and helps Cancer. What you can build. So Capricorn understands what matters for the long term, what you can build and develop for the long term, what you're good at, how you show up in your mastery, how you show up with your purpose, and how you're capable of performing and getting things done when it comes to your purpose. Capricorn is also how we mature through life and life experiences. Capricorn can handle tough days and the hard knocks. Capricorn keeps going during rough times. It stays steady on the course and doesn't let things get in the way of what it is you want to experience in this lifetime. Capricorn is very determined and ambitious and aware of what it's doing in the world and the responsibilities and what the responsibilities are around that. And just in general, too, is about being mature. Capricorn is how you manage your life. And even though Capricorn is strong, you need downtime. You need breaks, you need weekends and time for yourself. And with that entire explanation of Capricorn, I know that I finished up the planets through the signs. And I feel like the planets through the signs that I did with Capricorn, the last one was pretty harsh, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't like how I displayed Capricorn. But if you just take a moment to sit and think, and I'd actually go back and watch that video. I believe the last one I did was Saturn. Saturn's happy in Capricorn. Jupiter. It was Jupiter and Capricorn. um Go back and take that time to listen to that video so that you can hear the lower expressions of Capricorn quite clearly, but also know that you have this paragraph that I just mentioned here to be in. This is when Capricorn is at its strength. And so you really have to know where your planets and placements are to know how they're more likely to express themselves in the 3D realm. And it doesn't mean that you have to stay there. You can grow and evolve within that energy. But unfortunately, some planets, they don't all get along, right? And so you're more likely to have a harder life, a harder experience. Um, and it might even take you longer to get to a point where you're at the positive or more mature, evolved parts of a sign. So I had to throw that in there because as I was reading this, I was like, well, why didn't I think about this for the Jupiter and Capricorn video? I focused more on the lower expressions. I know I did vaguely talk and mention more about that, but still, it's very important for me to pull these things out so that we know how and where we need to grow and evolve, and that we can grow and evolve. So I went on a little detour there, but nonetheless, Capricorn is strong. But again, you still need downtime, you need breaks, you need weekends, and you need time for yourself. And that's where Cancer allows time on the couch, not taking care of everyone, but attending to your own needs. This is where you sleep well, understand your energy and what's happening inside of you, honoring that, focusing on that, and not being apologetic for it too, right? It doesn't mean you have to be like disrespectful or harsh or anything, but this is me time. This is time for me right now. And it's important for you to have that to continue being a great person that you are potentially showing up for as, right? On the other hand, Cancer energy needs to mature so that it can handle what happens in the real world, because if that energy is too sensitive or soft, we see this all the time. It can become defensive, which is protecting yourself from harshness. So Cancer learns to be mature and um, develop a thick skin, to not take things personally, to not be overly emotional at the wrong time and in the wrong place. That's very important. And that's kind of the lesson that Cancer has to learn. And Capricorn can help Cancer step back, detach, don't assume it's about you, and establish boundaries. Boundaries is probably one of the most important things that you can learn to establish with people, because most of the time I feel like we know what we want when we feel it, good or bad. And we know when we're making a good or bad decision, whether it's emotionally or not thought through at all. Either way, we typically know who we are, even if we can't intellectualize it. And I think what boundaries does is really helps us say, okay, I heard you, I understand you, I'm not there yet. I'm going to need you to give me my space, right? And honoring that in all of your relationships, as long as you can have that stop, but wait, this is how I'm feeling right now. I heard you, I understand you, but I need a minute to step back, think about it for me, and rationalize it for me and how I rationalize my thoughts and my thought process, right? So that you can come back with a clear response and or decision. It's very important to know those things about yourself, um, or to be able to advocate for yourself, right? That's probably one of the most important things you can do for yourself. You can figure the rest out as you go, you know? But Capricorn will put up boundaries and make the decision to allow others to make their own choices. They'll be the ones that say, no, they can take care of that project on their own, and they will trust you enough to know you're responsible that person is responsible enough to finish that project or do what it needs to take to get that project done. So this is kind of like letting go of control, um, and know that you're not responsible for others. All you can do is be a good coach, teacher, mother, parent, or somebody of authority, show somebody how to do it, lead by example, give the best tools and examples that you can with the people that you're working with, and then that's it. Then you kind of let them go off and be like, I trust you to go get it done. And if you have questions, you're always more than welcome to come and ask. But at the same time, you'll have boundaries up as to when is the right time for somebody to come in and ask you those questions or to lean on you essentially, because that's what it kind of becomes, right? And I feel like that is the mother dad dynamic with every single child, right? And learning and accepting how to let go is probably one of the most hardest things to do as a parent. But I think once you open that door for honest and open communication and when they can come in and ask questions, really is the best that you can really do for them, because they will and they want to learn. Most kids do want to learn. It's how you set up that space for them to feel safe enough to come to you and say, hey, can I do this? Hey, can I do that, without biting their head off or, judging them or disciplining in a way that would make them not want to come back again, right? And so the more healthier foundation or setting you have around that, the better opportunities you have to teaching your kids and allowing them to make mistakes and get back up on their own, right? And that, you'll be there for them no matter what. So that's my 2 cents on the whole thing. Also, family, don't forget that Mars is currently in Cancer, stirring up all kinds of shit. Okay, and I'll be doing another video on that. No, on the Mercury Aries conjunction. But even just using this video as a tool or like um a focal point on how it is you open your relationship to your children and in your family dynamics, even with your friendships in general, this could be a really good tool to use to make sure that you're cultivating relationships in this kind of way with Mars and Cancer, because we're going to have a lot of these heart to heart conversations. People want to share their feelings, but it's in Mars, so it can come up quite aggressively. It can be quite angry and frustrated, impatient and impulsive, um, and not the best of information, but you have to understand where it's coming from. That's this deep internal burning. Remember, Mars is the ancient ruler of Scorpio, so we're talking about hell rising up to Earth, right? Essentially. Um, and because it's Cancer, these are all your emotions. What are you hiding? What have you not been open or feel open enough to talk about? You're tired of running, essentially. And so Mars is lighting a fire under Cancer to say, hey, let's talk about this. Unfortunately, however that's being done is irrelevant, but it wants to get it up and out. It wants to let go, it wants to release, it wants to be free of pain, sadness, fear. And I can go on and on and on, but I think you guys get my drift here. Be prepared, because this energy that's culminating right now around this time, and with the eclipse season coming, um, look, look at it as an opportunity to get things out in the open, to heal things from the past, and finally be done with them so that you can continue to evolve um, emotionally, personally, within your spiritual journey. So, as usual, family, I love and appreciate you. I hope you found this information helpful. Peace.